Hey, folks, this is Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast hip hop. Like I say every week, y'all, from the West Coast to the East Coast and everything between, folks, you are live with the Godfather of West Coast hip hop from Eve After Dark to concerts in the park. Still doing it today, 2021, folks. And today we do it with my man Dusty Vision, folks. He'll be right with you in just a second. We just had a little test. Everything is good. I got me a new toy over here. We got to talk about this new toy over here. I'm excited about this thing, man. So. It's all good. Hope everybody's been doing good so far. We got a lot to drop on y'all today. We got about an hour. I see Dusty Vision is in the dugout. Here you go.
Yeah. What up,
Dusty,
my man?
What's up with you?
Nothing much, man. How you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Can you hear this?
Nope. I don't hear anything on my side.
You can't hear that, huh?
Nah. You got some music playing or something?
I was trying something. I got a new rig over here. You didn't hear that either, huh?
Nah.
Okay, don't worry about it. I'm still working on it. I just hooked it up right before we came on the show. I'm just glad to have audio both ways right now.
Yeah, we good to go, man. Man, lots to talk about. Before we get started, I got to thank you so much for stopping by my Christmas party this past Saturday. It was a pleasure to see you. And you normally get to see the business-minded Dusty. You know, you don't normally get to see the Dusty who had 7-8 drinks and 2 joints. So I apologize if I wasn't on my best behavior, but
good,
I think I was good.
Holidays is for.
Most definitely, man. But what you did miss, which was kind of cool, is right around 11:50 when everybody was starting to wind down, because a couple people asked about you throughout the night. Lonzo, I know the name, blah, blah, blah. And then Before You Turn Off the Lights came on, dog, and we all just started dancing like at 11:59. It was perfect, man.
Wow. It's all good, Doc.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. But yeah, man, a lot to talk about. The first thing I would like to get into, amongst a few things that we didn't get to discuss last week because it actually happened pretty much right after we got off air. Jacqueline Avant, Clarence Avant's wife, was killed tragically in her home in Beverly Hills. They since caught the guy. We don't know if it's him or not, but they're saying that it's the guy. Apparently he shot himself just a few minutes later at a different location in Beverly Hills. But you knew Clarence, right?
I met Clarence a couple of times, man. It was really interesting. I think were we talking about Clarence at one point?
No, I don't think we've ever.
I was on.
Yeah,
that was another podcast I was on. And the last time I saw him, I was at the Beverly Hills Hotel. And I was waiting for a gentleman, and he was late, super late. He kept playing, please don't leave. And I'm sitting there, and this older dude walked in. He sat down by himself. He sat down, and I couldn't hear what was happening at first, but everybody was like passing by. It was like the king was in town, man. It was all but genuflecting, okay? They was all but, bowing down and stuff. And somebody, I guess he knew, Clarence, what's up? How you doing? Blah, blah, blah. I could tell they was buddies. And I figured out who it was. I've seen him before, but it was a long time ago. It was like 30 years ago. And but I remember even then, man, being in his presence, the people that he was talking to, it was like Jesus was talking. It was like listen to Jesus talk, man, because nobody talks when he talks. Everybody listens. Everybody was listening. And to be able to reconnect with him. Because after they left, I went up and introduced myself. Come, hey, my name is Lonzo Williams, blah, blah, blah. I work with Dr. Dre. I used to be signed with Larkin under Larkin Arnold. Because him and Larkin, it was all them cats. They were the heavy hitters in my era. They were the Lukes and the Cash Moneys of my era. So these guys were heavy. These guys were millionaires in the 80s. In the 80s, they was balling like that. So it just was good to be able to reconnect with him and just shake his hand.
Man, that's dope, man. What do you think about the whole situation? You expect an 80-year-old woman to die from natural causes, not from some punk killing her in her own home.
Man, that's some strange shit. I've talked about this with a couple of friends of mine. Man, this is some strange shit. Somebody breaking your house in Beverly Hills. This dude looked. If he was in my neighborhood, he'd be suspect. Okay, he would be suspect in my neighborhood. And he posted up. Like he got in to a high end place, and they had an armed security guard on call. And allegedly, the security guard did he get shot? He got shot at, but he didn't pull his gun. And Clarence allegedly he was at home as well, and only the wife got shot. That is suspect on the streets.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's one thing if you do something and somebody come and get you, but somebody do something to your wife, somebody that you love and let you live, that got some lettering into it. That's like messaging, man. I don't know. That's above my pay grade. It just seems like something just ain't right. Whatever the story's gonna be, it just don't seem right. And homeboy dumb enough to shoot himself in the foot. Come on.
Yeah, that's what they said.
My next question is, I asked this question before. You know, a lot of guys do dumb stuff all the time. Why do you take the AR-15 to a home invasion? You think
really,
if you're going to do a home invasion, you take a pistol or something.
Yep.
That way you can carry some stuff out. You don't need to carry a gun and items. You know, I don't know. Man, it just
very interesting, right? Yeah, I have been hearing. Yeah, not as cut and dry as we probably think, right?
No. You know, and police gonna put somebody on it. You know, they usually gonna put somebody. Somebody always has to be in position to take the fall. You know, I'm gonna stop right there. I've been hearing that a lot, though.
We'll see how this goes, because I don't think this is the end of it. I don't think this is cut and dry.
I watched Black Godfather again last night before I fell asleep, and Quincy said something that he said something that I totally agree with. Clarence was a gangster. You don't hang with gangsters, and gangsters don't respect you unless they know that you're gonna deal with them. I don't know. You know, he's 80-something years old now, 90 years old almost. So don't know. But just, sometimes, man, stuff just stick around. I don't know that. I'm gonna leave it alone. Man. Let's change the subject. I don't need Facebook. Nobody messing with me.
Yeah, real talk. That just goes to show, though, just be careful what you do today, because it can affect you 20, 30, 40 years down the line, man. Something I would love your opinion on, and I texted you as it was happening live. I was watching it. Bone Thugs and Harmony is next to N.W.A, my favorite group of all time. Always been a big fan, specifically with Busy. Busy Bone has probably been one of my favorite MCs for quite some time. Did you get to watch the Verzus, A? And secondly, have you saw the highlighted clips of Busy Bone going apeshit?
I tried to watch the Verzus, man. When I see disorder on the stage like that, it just does something to me, man. You got 30, I counted them. It was 31 guys on the stage, man. It's 31 guys. People that have nothing to do, just up there with drinks or whatever. It was 31 people on the stage, aside from the people that were performing. And to me, that's some hip hop shit that somebody needs to check that real quick for somebody to get hurt. Okay. Second of all, to see them, you guys on an international stage, because the internet is international, and you trip. But I understand where he's coming from, but it was so disrespectful. I understand where they came from and they responded, okay? Having people standing behind you, mocking you while you're performing is irritating as hell, okay? And it's very distracting. I've done shows in the last, a couple of years ago, and I looked around, clean the stage off. I'm not coming out there with all the people on the stage. And as we got to performing, cats migrated back on the stage. And again, man, hey, man, if you ain't you ain't in the show, I don't need you standing next to me. I don't need no security like that. I don't have no homies like that, okay? I prefer you stand on the side like everybody else. Let me do my thing. But nowadays, that's common practice for whatever reason. And to ask him to get off the stage, yes, but to say you ugly motherfucker to get off the stage.
Let me recap it for everybody. Let me recap what happened. Let me recap the highlight for everybody who doesn't know what happened. I encourage you to check out Busy Bone Versus. Just type it in. I'm sure there's 1,000 videos that were made just today on it. But so Busy Bone is rapping on Bone Thug's side, and then you have 3 6 Mafia, who are a legendary group, legendary hit after hit. And so Busy stops the show and he says, "You ugly motherfuckers ain't gonna be mocking me." And Juicy J replies with SMD. You guys, suck my blah. And Busy Bone threw his water bottle at him, and it looked like his microphone. I could be wrong, but he threw something at him. What do you
threw
think?
A ball on the ground, didn't he?
Yeah, in the direction, you know.
Yeah,
and then direction. And what killed me is, as soon as he did that, I mean, he ends up in back of his crew within like 3 seconds. I mean, he throws the water bottle, and somehow he's in back of his crew, which is very interesting to me. Some people say the security pulled him back, but I'm like, come on. But what are your thoughts on, you know, these guys? They're 45, 40, probably damn near 50. And I know some of the people in 3-6 Mafia are 50. First of all, what are your thoughts on the whole SMD thing? Is that worth getting crazy over? And then what do you think about Busy Bone's reaction? Should he have reacted that way?
You know, first of all, hey, bro, I'd appreciate if y'all wouldn't be on the stage with me when I'm doing my thing. I'd appreciate that. Please step off the stage. Okay? The ugly motherfuckers, that's some disrespectful shit. Now you can pull the man's pants down in front of the audience. What he gonna? Hip hop. He got to respond. Okay, he gonna have to respond, because if not, everybody in the palladium gonna call him a punk. Okay, and unfortunately, that in some areas is worse than being mature. Like, man, you know what? I'm gonna walk off the stage. We're gonna talk about this after the show. But that don't happen in hip hop. Everybody has to flex up and swell up immediately to look like they gonna do something more than what they was gonna do. Because you could tell nobody really swinging per se. It was a lot of flapping, but wasn't no real swinging. Okay, wasn't nobody squared off, and it broke up so fast. It looked like some high school shit to me. And again,
that's what it was.
Huh? It looked
that's
like some high
was.
school shit. It looked like some high school kid shit. You know, some schoolyard shit that niggas did. And you know, and again, like you said, most of these cats on the stage got AARP cards, man. At some point in time, let it go. I mean, dude, you know, I've heard. I know one Lazy Bone. I know Lazy Bone. I've been around. I get him confused. The other light skinned brother. He came to my club and I didn't perform, but you would think at some point in time, some grown man maturity would step in, and folks would start talking to people with respect. Now, and that's something I was telling somebody just the other day. This generation of hip hop bases everything on respect, but they're the fastest to disrespect somebody. Everything is about respect, but they're the quickest to disrespect somebody and act like it's supposed to be okay because you said, "Oh, I'm sorry." Sometimes I know he gonna be contradicting myself. Okay, sometimes that embarrassing me or disrespecting me in public with that private apology, that shit don't work. Okay, that ain't cool.
Yeah,
you know. But they were men enough to step up and squash it before it was over with. So we do have video of them, you know, giving Dapper a hug or whatever the case may be. So I guess it's all good, but still, it's embarrassing to hip hop, man. It's embarrassing, you know. And you would think by now, folks would have got past shit like that. That's all I'm saying, man.
Yeah, and these guys are, like I said, 45, 47, whatever. And you wonder why these kids, these 20-year-olds, are acting ass. I mean, they're seeing this.
Somebody asked me, "Well, are you going to?" Hell no, I'm not going to that. First of all, ain't no real safe place in the joint. Okay, ain't no safe place in the joint. The audience, it ain't safe. Backstage ain't safe. You got more thugs backstage than you do in the audience, and it can go down at any given time, any place. And it showed you just by the fact that how they reacted on the stage. So, hey man, you really have to be careful, and folks need to start thinking. I know most of these guys. I know these guys got babies. You know, allegedly, I know they got babies. Hey man, they watching you do this shit, man. They watching you.
Yeah, facts. And Nigga for Life Inc. As Lonzo was talking, I pulled up the video and I watched it in slow motion. I slowed it down to 20%. Watched it frame by frame. Busy, because Niggas for Life Inc. is saying that that Flesh and Bone pulled Busy to the back. Flesh literally put his hand and maybe gave him a little tug. Busy did this twirl, and then his black light skin ass way in the back of the crowd. So it was Flesh and Bone.
He was definitely out of the range of danger.
Yeah.
breaking up, Dusty.
Check that one.
You getting a little something coming to a little broke up there, Doc.
Wow.
And you froze. All right, now come on back to me. Go out and come back to me.
Cool, I'll go out.
Okay. All right, y'all. As Dusty gets another connection, sometimes this internet thing will freeze up on you and make you look like you're posing for a school picture. We'll be right back. Yeah, folks, I'm glad you. Let me go to the chat room while he's doing that. I'll go to the chat room and see what's happening. Billy Bo called him on his phone backstage on the backstage. Crazy. Gave a bag of cocaine on stage. 100% fact. Okay. Crunchy Black. Okay. All right, here we go. He's back. Here we go.
How we looking? How we sounding?
Here we go. Sounding good, looking good.
All right, cool. Good. Cool.
We back.
All right, cool. Now, I know we were going to jump into the chat. You want to?
Crunchy Black gave Crazy Bone a bag of cocaine on the stage. 100% fact. YouTube, search it.
I got it. I'll look that up because a lot of stuff has been said. So I'm going to look that up and see if that's true. I wouldn't doubt it because they brag about doing cocaine. Not the Bone guys, but the other guys. They have cocaine all throughout their songs. So I wouldn't doubt it. I'm sure there were several drugs.
You can disrespect a brother, but disrespecting a nigga ain't the same thing. I need some help on that one.
But disrespecting
you can
a nigga.
Disrespect the brother. Don't they all have nuts? If a man got nuts, brother or nigga, you probably see. Okay. I think I get it now. I think you can probably say something. You could probably say something crazy to a brother and get less of brother gonna analyze you. If you disrespect me, I'm gonna look at you first and see if you warrant a response. Okay. And if you don't, because sometimes everything ain't worth going to war over.
Facts.
If you say something crazy to me and I look at you, this. I'm finna take this thing ain't got nothing to lose. I'm finna go home. Okay. You have a nice day, bro. Yeah, I'll be that. But a nigga will keep on drilling because he think you punking out, and you have to at some point address this fool just to leave the parking lot, the club, whatever the case may be. So I get what he's saying. I think that's what he's saying.
Philip said that Busy
got the t-shirt.
Philip said Busy didn't move until 3 to 6 security started rushing him. He didn't run from Juicy, so he ran from the security guards. He definitely didn't get dragged back though. But did you? Let me ask you a question, Lonzo, about Bone Thugs and Harmony. Being that you were so close to Eazy, did he ever talk to you about Bone Thugs? Back in the day before he passed. I remember. Not a whole lot of talk because when he was hanging around here at that time, when he had met Bone, a lot of people at Ruthless was pissed off because he put them in the studio ahead of him. That I do know for sure. It was a couple of acts on Ruthless that was supposed to go to the studio that didn't go to the studio because Bone came to town and Eazy went to work on him right away. And it was like, how they gonna come out of nowhere? Blah 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 blah, and just come to the studio and but Eazy still died before they came out, right? Yeah. He died right after they pretty much blew up before their second single, before For the Love of Money, I believe. Right. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Great group, man. And I hope we can get these verses together. I don't want us to mess everything up in hip hop. Let me ask you, I have a question for you, being a hip hop nerd. Black Eyed Peas, I know they have, or a couple of the members have a relationship to Eazy-E. They were signed to Ruthless, but under a different name. Do you know anything about that? Do you remember the name of the? I think it was Wyclef Jean, if I ain't mistaken. No, it's Black Eyed Peas. Jerry Heller had. I think it was Wyclef. It was Atban Clan. It was ATBAN KLANN, Atban Clan. That's what they called themselves, right? That's what they called them before Black Eyed Peas. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. They were on Ruthless for a hot minute, man. For some reason, I don't know whether they couldn't get it together or what. I don't know the inner workings on that, but I do remember hearing about that. Yep. Okay. I was wondering if you had anything, but it's all good. Yeah, don't have no good one on that. But I tell you what did happen to me one time though, man. I didn't know, because see,
sometimes sometimes the people that my popularity is it don't register with me. Okay, 2 times it didn't register with me. I'm at USC. I'm speaking at USC. No, I'm not even speaking. I'm a regular at USC in the music department. I speak there been there 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 times, and they invited Wyclef Jean to speak, and I got the text, hey man, Wyclef Jean's gonna be in speaking today. If you ain't doing nothing, come on through. So I decided to go through. And I'm sitting there, I didn't introduce myself, and I didn't see nobody whispering to him or nothing like that. But he looked at me and he got that look like, hey, how you doing? Lonzo, the Godfather. And he, did his thing. And I'm like, damn, it was touching because I don't know him, okay? Mm-hmm. We've never met. We eventually met after the show, but he came in so dynamic. He came in playing his guitar. He had one of those folk guitars, playing guitar and singing. He walked in from out the hallway down the little, because all the classrooms at USC are theater style. He walked down the thing to the front and he kept singing and doing this thing and blah blah blah. That's some lady took his guitar and he looked over my direction. And he was like, "Oh my God, Lonzo, how with his accent?" And I'm like, "Dude, okay, cool. I'm not mad." And the same thing happened with LL Cool J. I met LL Cool J when he was 17, and we never had a conversation. And I was with him at the radio station. We launched Rock the Bells radio station, and he read my resume to me. I'm like, "Nigga, why you know all that about me?" And sometimes it's not really disturbing, but it's very surprising. So yeah, that was my only interaction with Wyclef Jean.
That shows that they know their hip hop. They've done their history. And man, much respect to you. They know the Godfather. That's dope. Love that shit. So yeah, did you I know you brought a bunch of East Coast acts out here to perform at the at your clubs back in the day. Can you name a few? And was LL Cool J one of those?
LL Cool J came to me through Greg Mack and K-Day. I didn't have to break after a while. My promotional situation at Dudos was so cold-blooded, and we had such a great relationship with K-Day. I didn't have to pay for any acts to come out no more. We became part of the promotional tour for K-Day. So if anybody came to town, they had to come to Dudos. They came to Dudos on Friday first, okay? Because Dudos was a teen club. They came out, signed autographs, gave us some records, whatever the case may be, and then they would go to the adult clubs and hang out. So Dudos opened at, I think, 8:30, 9 o'clock, depending on what time of year it was, summertime or whatever. And they come in, hang out, Climax, Midnight Star, Jermaine Stewart, LL Cool J. We had Houdini was coming through, but they didn't quite make it. Something happened with them. A New Edition was there. Man, it was so many people. And I was so busy trying to keep their mind off on pussy and not pistols. I would MC the show and keep pushing. And but with Eve After Dark, I had Curtis Blow, Run DMC. But with the one group I forgot I had, and he reminded me last time I saw him before he died, and that was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde was a group that Andre Harrell had before he became the bigwig over at, was it the Def Jam? Arista, one of the companies. Yeah, okay, yeah. He was a rapper. Okay, he had a group, and it was funny because me and my partner, unknown DJ, his real name was Andre, and the brother that rapped with Andre Harrell, his name was Alonzo. So you had two duos on the West Coast, two Alonzos in the music industry, which is some weird ass shit because both of them names are not everyday black folks' names. And the last time I saw Andre,
that's a Mobb Deep South Central Cartel shit.
Yeah.
They had Havoc and Prodigy here, and they had and just never even knew each other.
Never knew each other, and it didn't register with me until I saw Andre Harrell at the premiere of Defiant Ones. He was there, and he said, he saw me in the park. Lonzo, blah blah blah. We need to talk, man. We need to talk. We need to catch up. Come on by, man. He was big wig then, and he died a couple months later. Died a couple months later. Nobody, I don't know what happened before COVID, but next thing I know, Andre Harrell, the music executive, dead.
Yeah, it was Uptown MCA. That's who he was.
Right, Uptown, right.
Yeah, Uptown. Yeah. I'm going to ask everybody. We got 37 people in the building. If you guys can please smash that like button right now, that would really help more people get hip to the show. Really, really appreciate it. Smash that like button. And if you look right below where it says say something, where you can leave a comment, we have a little $sign right there. If you want to show some love and donate to the show, it would be highly appreciated. You hit that $sign, type in your amount, and we'll definitely give you a shout out. We'll promote whatever you got going on. And we just want to thank you guys. So yeah, smash that like button. Smash. We need you to hit that like button.
Now, you know, Dusty, with this new rig I got, I have the ability, well, I had it on my other one too, but I think I might have it a little bit better, to add telephone calls. Okay.
We talked about that. We need to maybe before the show next week we can maybe practice. We'll get online we can, 10 minutes before. And call my wife or something.
Yeah. And we can see if how this is working. And if it's working like it's supposed to, we can add phone calls from the audience anywhere in the world.
That's beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful.
In the world, folks. So if you look up, if people saw what I'm looking at right now, you swear I was in NASA or some shit. I got all kinds of shit going on over here.
I love that shit, man. I love that shit. Man, let's keep it moving. And if you guys have any questions for the Godfather, please post them in the comment section, and we'll get to them. There's a few from last week that I would love to get to that we just didn't have a chance to get to. The first one, you and Kid Frost go back to the early 80s. Talk to us about Kid Frost.
Man, Kid Frost and I go back to the early 80s. One of our first gigs we did together was in Sacramento. And we had like a 3 or 4 day tour up the coast. We played Sacramento, we played Stockton, and we played something else. And he's always been a cool buddy of mine. We're always glad to see each other whenever we see each other. He was once signed to Unknown. Unknown had a label called Celeb Records. And he picked up Kid Frost for a minute, did some stuff with Kid Frost. Kid Frost a crazy man. He ain't no joke. He that's the real kid with the dude you see. That's the real Kid Frost. He ain't playing. Cholo, with the cane and the Lowriders. They love Kid Frost. La Raza, all that. Kid Frost 100. Gemini. Yes, sir.
Oh, damn.
That's why you've been around so long. Him, we don't go nowhere. We just change dates. Yes, sir.
That's right. Do you know if Easy? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying he was having health issues for a while.
He was,
He's doing a lot better. He's diabetic, so and he wanted me to help him write his book. We haven't got around to it yet, but I told him anytime he's ready to go, let's do it.
I bet his stories are.
Come on,
man. I bet he has some stories, dude, because he was the biggest at one point. You know, to this day, probably had the biggest hit for a Latino artist. You know, that and maybe Mentidosa, you know, would be a very close first or second, arguably. But, yeah, man.
Mellow Mayonnaise?
Yeah, Mellow Mayonnaise, Mentidosa, right?
And then he called me 5 minutes before the show opened up.
What a crazy damn.
We were texting back and forth all day. And I told him I was doing my show on Thursday, but he thought he know I had a show on Tuesday. So he just called me right before the show. Man, I need you to come on my show. Got to do my own show, Ace, but I got you covered though.
That's dope, man. Yeah, he just started this podcast. Shout out to him. I've had him on my show a couple times. I actually went to Southgate. We rode around his hood and then did an interview in person. It was really cool, man. Shout out to Mellow Mayonnaise. Man, a veteran, a pioneer, dude. They were doing things that, man, no one was doing. Did Eazy-E? I know that Latinos loved Eazy-E, dude. Did he ever? Did he ever get far with finding like a Latino group? I know he was messing with Brownside.
Brownside on Ruthless.
Were they on Ruthless? I couldn't remember if they were on Ruthless.
I think Brownside was on the Brownside.
No, that is the group that messed with Eazy-E for sure. Yeah, R.I.P. Toker. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Toker. Yeah, they were on Ruthless, man. Yeah. Another dude that ain't no joke. Toker was one of the few cats that I just was nervous. I'm not really nervous. I just made me uncomfortable because shit might fall off any given moment. Okay,
he's raw.
He was one of them dudes, man. Huh?
Yeah. He's raw as hell, basically.
He just one of them dudes. He's cool. He was super cool.
Yeah.
He's super cool. But you can tell it's a gun somewhere in the vicinity. It's strapped somewhere around here, and he knows exactly where it is. Okay.
Damn. R.I.P. to Toker, man. That's dope. You know what? We've talked about him before. I know you've tried to get him on the show, but he's doing his thing personally. But someone says, "How's Crazy D doing?" And hey, Phil, we talked about Crazy D, but share a Crazy D story. You said that motherfucker was really crazy.
Yeah, Crazy D, man. He would come over my house with a pistol, drunk all the time. Okay, and fucking Lonzo, okay, man. If anybody fuck with you, Lonzo, you let them know, man. The two of the craziest cats I met in hip hop in the early days was Crazy D and Tony G. Tony G is another cat that ain't no joke. He don't do interviews. I haven't seen him on anybody's
DJ,
podcast.
Right?
Huh?
He's a DJ. Him and his brother Julio G. Tony G.
He worked with Unknown for a while. He was a KD Mixmaster. Real super cool dude. And for some reason, he and I we shared a love for shooting pools. Every time we got together, we hit the pool table, and he's a pretty good player. I'm better most. So we go back and forth. I ain't gonna sit and tell a lie. We go back and forth, and first time I remember kicking it with him, I went to the Casa. Was it Casa? No, it was Radiotron, and he had somebody hanging out the window. Tony, what you doing, man? F this dude, Lonzo, F this fool, man. Tony, you can't do that. Tony, you can't do that, man. Lonzo, I'll be back down. He brought the cat back in, and he put me on some game. You ever need this, some of this, let me know. And we talking about some heavy artillery. No, I'm good, thank you.
Yo, shout out to Compton Girl. $50.
Much love, baby.
Salute, man. Compton Girl, thank you so much. Get with us offline, Compton Girl, and let us know if there's anything we could promote for you. We will we'll hook you. I'll even hook you up on my channel, Dusty Vision TV. Thank you so much for that. $50. Wow. Thank you. That's our biggest. I think that's our biggest one to this date, Lonzo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Much love, Compton Girl. Much love. Get with us offline. Shoot Lonzo a DM. Email him. Let him know what we can do for you. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas and to your family. Damn, that's dope. I forgot what we were talking about. She threw me off.
That's me up too. I thought it was
man.
$50.
Oh, man. You like
I thought it was
$50. Wow. Thank you. Let me someone say y'all take EBT. Stupid. Hey, Christopher Harris had a question last week that we didn't get to. Alonzo, since you keep everything, do you still have the Compton Compilation CD hanging on the wall in your office? If so, can I get one?
Ooh, you know what? I gotta hit my garage stash, man. Cause something told me don't throw these CDs. Because I don't have it. I think I might have one CD. Cause that record right there, man. Compton Compilation was a strange record because I had it on my company, West Coast Record Distributors, and it was an independent company that I created. That was my partners, Rudy from the Dream Team, Unknown, in Egypt. And when I dropped the Compton Compilation, we shipped like 25, maybe 20, 30,000 copies, and then the company folded. Okay. And I've never seen that record. And I go through record stores and used CD bins. Never seen one in the used CD bin. Never seen what they call a cutout, which means that they don't make it no more. And I had some cassettes. All we pressed was cassettes and 12-inch. I mean, cassettes and we made to make 12 inches on that thing too. I think we might have made. I'm not sure, man. I know we made cassettes and CDs for sure. We might have made some 12 inches. I mean, album. I'm not really. I got to figure it out for sure. But I think I had one cassette left over. That Mike T came by here trying to get a copy of it. So
yeah, that's one of the. Can you hear that too? I hear somebody talking or something. Somebody phone. I'm turned off over here. I'm good. This all good. I think it went away. Looks like Raw LMC Ape RIGT says I still own the cassette. Damn, nice, dude. If I have a cassette to digital little contraption, Raw LMC. If you can connect with me somehow, I'm offline. Maybe go to Dusty Vision TV on Instagram. I would love to get that in possession and maybe put that to digital version. OG Shaq says you was holding a gun on that cover, huh? That was the only time you ever held a pistol, right? On that on the album cover.
Got that, man, you know what? That's the one time I sold out. I bought into the bullshit. That's the only time I bought into the bullshit, man. And I thought about that after I did that. And I'm like, I hope this don't come back to bite me in my ass one day. You know, I still got the gun. I still got the coat. I can't fit the coat, but I still got the gun. Still fit pretty good. Yeah, man, I was trying to do a...
Now I hear it again.
N.W.A. type thing. That's my neighbor, I believe, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah. She sounds like she's in the house.
Huh?
She sounds like she's in the house.
Screen for a second. Go to the chat room for me. I'll right
back. Do your thing, Playboy. Do your thing. He's gonna go talk to his neighbor, who I think it's the fine one actually. I ain't gonna say nothing, but every time I go over there, she'd be running the block with her little neighbor friends, and I'd be like, "Hey, Miss Neighbor." But anyway, what up, everybody? Let's see, Travi Hayden. Any Brownside stories? Much love and respect, Lonzo and Dusty Vision. Thank you. Damn, we just talked about Brownside. He said Toker was a crazy dude. He said he always felt a little, you know, like shit could just pop off at any time. OG Shags, what up, what up? Raw LMC, what up? Rob Tremble, was there any LP versions? I will make sure I ask Lonzo that when he gets back. Some cats will push that button until, yeah.
I'm back.
I love when you guys do these interviews. Thank you, OG Shags. Love oh, wow. D Blue says, love the interview with Perry Thompson. Thank you very much. That's my show that can be heard every Sunday. This Ain't It, with Perry Thompson, who's currently incarcerated doing 50 to life. And he's just sharing his story, telling these kids, this ain't it. 50 to life. And he got arrested when he was 17, Lonzo. He's 32 now, man. 17 years, and he's looking at the rest of his life, man. And you could just hear, sometime when him and I talk, man, I have to sit down for a little while after, man, because it's just like, dude, it's crazy how kids can make it, and adults make one dumb decision or several dumb decisions, and literally lead to them spending the rest of their life in a room that's no bigger than my studio right here.
Dude, I have somebody I know pretty close to me is locked up right now. They were in vicinity of something that happened that they didn't pull no trigger. They was like 1, 2, 3 cars away, but because they were associated with the people that did the shooting, everybody got a case, man. Everybody got a case. And that's something that, if you know people out there doing these smash and grabs, trust me, they're going to change the law on your asses real quick. You watch me. Because first of all, they're trying to recall Gascon, the DA, because he broke he raised the limit from $500 to $1,000.
$9.95, yeah.
$9.95, right? $99.95. Okay, so now you can steal up to almost $1,000. That's a lot of clothes, but it ain't but one iPhone. That's a lot of clothes, but it ain't but one iPhone. Okay, so now if they mess around there, and because this is something that I don't know why I'm thinking this is going to happen, but if it happens, you say you heard it first here. They may collectively put all the value of the clothes together, because right now it's based on what you stole as an individual. But so you got 20 people going in stealing clothes that cost, I don't know, $500 a piece, but together, $500 times 20, that's $10,000. Okay. So if they put a mob thing on that, that means just like when somebody gets shot, everybody gets the value of the clothes. Okay. Yep. Now I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that seems like that would be a logical move to curtail some of this smash and grab shit. And a lot of these smash and grab, they ain't giving a damn about the limit, because they going to jewelry stores and a couple of rings gonna get you $1,000. Unless you're at the swap meet, you might take 3 or 4 rings to get that. Other than that, you pretty much disqualified yourself from the minimum penalty and qualified for a felony.
Mm-hmm. You know, Lonzo, you'll be proud to hear this. I always like hearing these stories when law-abiding citizens use their rights to protect themselves and their business. But in the city of Compton, they tried to do a smash and grab just a couple of days ago. I don't know if you heard. And the business owners, oh yeah, and which is they've been you see them in Beverly Hills. You see first one I saw in Compton. It caught my eye right when I saw that. They tried to do a smash and grab. I can't remember at what store. I'll look it up when I'm done with this story. And the business owners weren't having it. They shot back.
The Nike store?
I don't know. They shot back and shot one of the people trying to do it.
What?
Yeah, I mean they'll probably get in trouble. That's the messed up part. They'll probably get in trouble.
Everybody in that scenario gonna get a case. Everybody that was in that scenario gonna get a case. When that trigger got pulled, it changed everything. When that gun show up, it changes everything. And that's the part so many cats don't understand. You out here hanging out. Oh, we were just hanging out. I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm just going. My boys did. No. You got to go sit your ass down for 10, 12 years too.
Yeah.
Hey man, check out what I did.
They did one at the Delamo swap meet. They did one at the Delamo. Sorry, real quick. They did one at the Delamo swap meet. They got the fucking wow, man.
They got
okay, go ahead, Lonzo.
Spot.
Yep.
No, I'm saying I got these record crew shirts now, dog. Now.
Oh, nice. Oh, I need
yes,
one of those, dog. I need one of those. Tell us what the price is, Lonzo. Where can we get it?
20 plus shipping, doc.
Beautiful.
20 plus shipping.
I'll be hitting you up.
Send me, right now, I got to send them direct. So I got to mail them direct. So go to my email address, Real Lonzo N.W.A. at Gmail. Real Lonzo, that's 2 L's, N.W.A. At Gmail, and let me know. Or go to my website, LonzoWilliams.com. If you can't remember that, that's always working. And my contact information is on there as well. So yeah, I just got one, but this thing it's gonna have this is a gold version. They got a silver version coming also. I got they're being printed as we speak, but I had to get one today to show for the show here. Folks was asking about them. Yes, we finally got a World Class Wrecking Crew T-shirt. And so hopefully, they'll make great Christmas stuffers. In fact, I'm gonna put together a package with my book, the audio book, the T-shirt. You get a whole World Class Wrecking Crew kit. Let me sit down and figure out what it's gonna cost. We're gonna make it happen, folks. We're gonna make it happen. Nice. Okay.
Hell yeah.
I might throw a copy of original. I still got some original Turn Off the Lights in the garage. I got some. Yeah, I might throw one of them in there. So make it and all of it's gonna be autographed except for the T-shirt.
That's dope. That's dope.
That's
D Blue asked a good.
Okay.
D Blue asked a question last week. Before I go, do you have a back in the day segment before I jump into this?
No, man. All I want to do is show you play my commercial for my show I'm doing on the 15th. We doing the show, folks, on December 15th next Wednesday at the Barbara Morrison Performing Arts Center. I'm shooting 4 episodes for my new television show called The Release Party Live. If you got any artists out there that's talking about anything other than booties, blunts, bitches, and banging, have them give me a call, 424-256-9211. It's a small fee to be in the show to help cover the cost of production, but I need a couple of artists, folks. It's really hard to find folks, man, that ain't talking about the bees, man. It's really hard. I got a few of them. I got a couple. It don't have to be a rapper or a singer. It could be a singer, a rapper, spoken word artist, whatever you got. If you got some talent and you got something that's kind of uplifting, I don't want to say conscious because conscious turns people off. I don't know what it is about that word. It kind of turns people off, but something that is not denigrating. Okay. Mm-hmm. I got a boy. He made a love song called My Hood Girl. That shit is dope, but it's funny as shit.
My Hood Girl.
Hood Girl.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Project Chick type thing.
He's somewhere back down south, but she got a bad attitude. I love it when she put a bonnet on, or she go to the store with a rag on her head and her fuzzy shoes. Oh, that shit is, but it's real. He's serious as shit. But yeah, I'm doing a little bit more work with artists nowadays, man. I'm working with people. I'm doing some consulting work, and it's actually fun. But I just got a certain thing I'm not dealing with. You're talking about killing brothers, bitches, hoes, and I ain't with all that. I can't do it. I got a different operating system. My operating system won't allow me to do that. If you don't understand that, don't get mad at me. That's just who I am. So, but if you do understand it, you got some lyrics, you got something. You ain't got to be no love song, no gospel song. It could be some street shit. I don't care. But as long as it's talking about something other than bitches, blunts, booties, and booze, okay? That's it. I ran across a brother Sunday night, brother, fresh out the pen. He got a song in the video called Fresh Out.
Thank you, Easy Steve, by the way. Easy Steve dropped $5. Easy Steve dropped $5. Thank you so much, Easy Steve. Really appreciate you, and keep doing that Easy E investigating for us, man.
Sir.
He sends us some dope stuff, man.
Sir.
Thank you so much. If there's anything we can do for you, please let us know. Dusty Vision TV, DM me. We'll take care of you. Go for it. Sorry, Lonzo.
No, I'm just saying. This brother he was a singer like Nate Dogg. He sings, he raps, and he had a song called Fresh Out. And I saw the video. I was really impressed with what he did. Of course, most of these guys need a little fine tuning, but bottom line is I see what he's doing. I want some real shit. I don't want just this hood shit. Hood is not the only thing that's real around here, man. There's other shit. Fighting that job, fighting that traffic in the morning, going to work, dealing with them badass kids, your woman getting your nerves. I love her, but I want to choke her. All that right there, that's music, man. Everybody can relate. And that's what I tell the artists. You have to find something that people can relate to. That's why blues and early hip hop was so relatable, because people can relate to the stories. Okay. One of my favorite artists, old dude, Richard Dimple Fields. Your wife is cheating on us. Okay, that means your girl
I love that.
Your wife is cheating on us. Okay,
that's some country music,
that kind of shit. So all that, and again, it may not go double platinum, but you can eat off of stuff like that. I know it sounds crazy, man. I know it sounds crazy, but you can eat off of that, and that's what it's all about. Don't worry
Russell
about
Adams.
With 3-6, huh?
I was about to shout out Russell Adams. Russell Adams just dropped another 5.
Thank you very much.
Man, thank you so much. Please let us know if there's anything we could do for you. So much love. We really appreciate it. Sorry, I just don't want to forget the people who are showing us love like that, man. Thank you very, very much.
Dude. Because I'm not monetized. This is what we do. I do this out of the love of dropping this game, and I appreciate anybody that appreciates what I'm doing. Much love to you.
Thank you.
Got something you want to promote your birthday? What's your birthday? What's your zodiac sign? I got you covered. Okay. I'm gonna hook my machine up. I'm gonna have some special effects in a minute, so I figure all this stuff out. But yeah, Doc, I just want some real stuff, man. Mary J. Blige is the queen of brokenhearted women. Okay, Mary J. Blige is the queen of brokenhearted women. She found her niche. Okay, before Mary J. Blige, it was Anita Baker.
Before Mary J. Blige.
Queen of brokenhearted women.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Teddy Pendergrass. I got to speak on people that I can relate to. Teddy Pendergrass was the king of tall, dark brothers. Turn off the door, cut off the lights. Come over here now.
Yeah.
Was an orchestra playing big walrus looking black.
I love you so much.
I love you so much. Bring it here, baby. Bring it here.
Bring it over here.
Okay. So, but last but not least, you got your boy Biggie, Notorious B.I.G. He made Big Fat Brothers. Sexy. He put him in style. Okay. He put Big Fat Brothers in style. And every brother I knew, that was big and fat and greasy, shit, he wouldn't got in some of them Bill Cosby sweaters, and some long and some coats and the hats, the whole 9 yards. Okay. So yes, and Rob Trimble, Teddy Pendergrass's documentary was very dope. Okay, it was super dope. And so when you understand all this right here, and you see the redundancy that we have right now in the music game, it's like, dude, y'all ain't showing me no creativity. You ain't showing me no creativity. So if anybody that's an artist, man, don't be afraid to be you. Everybody don't live in the projects. Everybody don't live in the hood. Everybody's life ain't messed up. If it is, talk about it. But if it ain't, talk. Even when it's good, it's bad sometimes. I
Yeah.
love my woman, but she get on my nerves. Okay. I mean, it sounds like some blues shit, but blues is a very the blues format is a very popular format because people can relate to the stories. And that's all I'm saying. Tell your
Yeah,
story,
man.
but tell your story. Don't tell nobody. Don't make up a story to tell just because somebody got paid for telling their story that sounds the same as one that you telling. That's some bullshit.
We all have a story, man.
Right.
Hey, Easy Steve, I want to get to his question since he did donate. What was it like at Audio Achievements? What was the process like?
Audio Achievements, man. When I first met Donovan, he had
what is Audio Achievements? Studio?
Audio Achievements was a recording studio. Yes,
Okay.
over in Torrance, California, not far from my house.
Okay. Is that where the fuck the police and I put that in quotes? Fuck the police
all that was cut
thing
right
happened.
There. Surgery,
okay,
Juice, the first album, our CBS album was all cut at the Audio Achievements. When I first met Donovan, they called him the Biker, Donovan the Biker. He had a 24-track, 2-inch recorder, and he had 3 8-track mixers because he couldn't afford a big mixer yet. So all you could do at Audio Achievements was cut your albums. Okay, you couldn't mix there because it wasn't all tied together. You had inputs, but it all didn't tie down to a 2-track master. And as I brought him more business, I introduced him to a lot of people I know, including Eazy-E. He was able to buy that Trident board that he wanted so bad. Okay. And it was a cool studio. It was tucked away in a little spot, a little triangle-shaped studio. It was really an odd-shaped building, but it worked. In fact, I was over there in the same building not long ago. Whoever owned the building took the same building and cut it up to like 4 or 5 small studios, because studios, you don't need the same space that you needed back in the day. And but it brought back a lot of memories. It was really a cool place to hang out. It was right there in Torrance, and everything was walking distance. They had a Mexican restaurant around the corner, donut shop. Everything was a walking distance, including the police. So if you walk down Torrance Boulevard with your black ass back there, the police gonna roll your ass up. Trust me. That's real.
Give us the story that we've talked about in the past, but since we're on it, let's talk about it. How true was that whole fuck the police part right there, to the best of your knowledge, in the movie, Straight Outta Compton?
My version of that happened, but also what first time I heard them use the term fuck the police was when Easy, let me back up for a minute. All of us back in the day, we weren't on tour. Russ Parr, Bobby Jimmy, Rudy, LA Dream Team, Lonzo, Yella, Dre, and Arabian Prince, we'd all go out and shoot paintball. Okay, we were big paintballers back in the 80s. Okay, and because paintball was such a new sport, wasn't a whole lot of brothers in the paintball situation, paintball gaming and all. And in fact, our team was called Just Us because we was the only black folks out there. Well, Easy always wanted to go with us, but his ass wouldn't get up early enough to go. He'd always miss, we left at 6 o'clock in the morning to get to Russell's house in the valley to be out in Malibu by like 9 o'clock. That's when the first session started. But Easy bought a paintball gun. And the paintball guns back then are a little bit different than the ones they have right now. Paintball gun, but the one Easy had was a paintball shotgun. Okay. And it looked like a sawed-off shotgun. It was about this big. Okay. And Easy always carried this thing around. He would shoot it anywhere he wanted. It pop, pop. So him and Dre, I think Cube, if I'm not mistaken, decided it was going to be a funny idea to ride down the Harbor Freeway between my house and Audio Achievements and shoot at cars. Okay. Now, I live right by the Harbor Freeway, and Audio Achievements is off the Torrance off-ramp. If you go to your left, you're going to pass Alpine Village and go to Torrance. If you go to your right, you're going to pass the Highway Patrol Station. The Highway Patrol Station is right there off the freeway. Okay?
I know
Police
that very well.
Decided it was a good idea to ride down the freeway, shooting at cars, Meanwhile, some highway patrol officer who was probably going through the station sees cars dodging and ducking and folks is, honking horns and shit, and they jammed the shit out their asses. They put guns to their ears, their heads, the whole 9 yards. They didn't shoot nobody. Back today, they probably got shot. But they came back to my house. They was all literally shaking. It was visibly unnerved by this experience. Damn near crying. Man, fuck the police. Fuck the police. They didn't do us like that. And I said, man, what happened? Man, all we did was ride down the street and shoot some cars. You did what? Man, we didn't kill we didn't hurt nobody. All we did was, that's not each other. All we did was, and if you see Defiant Ones, Dre talks about this. He backs me up in this on the Defiant Ones. And that, to me, was my first experience with them talking about fuck the police. I don't remember them getting jacked. I wouldn't them they got jacked at audio achievements if that happened in real life, because a lot of things in the movie didn't really happen in real life. But I guess a damn show couldn't put the fact that they were stupid enough to ride down the street and shoot at people's cars, and mostly white people. Because you're headed south on the 110 freeway, you're probably headed to Torrance, Lomita, or Palos Verdes. Ain't a whole bunch of us going that direction.
The J. Roos theory just dropped. Real quick, the J. Roos theory just dropped $10. Says, enjoying the stories, fellas. Much love and respect. The J. Roos theory, thank you. Much love and peace to you,
Doc. I appreciate
your family, and all that, man.
Very much.
Please hit us up if you need anything, man. Real talk. Damn, okay, keep going, man. That's crazy, dude. Yeah, okay. So that's the first time you really heard of the.
So this is before they dropped the record. They hadn't dropped the record yet. They hadn't blown up yet. So these are the guys that I know that nobody else knows. Now, I've been going back and forth with one guy on my YouTube channel. In the comments. You don't know Easy like this. Hold on, man. Hold on. You don't know him at all. Okay? You don't know him at all. I did. I knew him. I've talked to him about doing dumb shit. I've talked to him. I listened to him and Dre talk about how many babies they had, how much child support they was behind on. They was playing child support poker. Oh man, I see you 4 kids and raise your baby, and I'm 80,000 in the hole. Okay, shit like that. I'm like, dude, I've said it before. Them the only 2 guys I know that was over 75 grand a piece and never paid it off. They used to laugh about it, man. They thought it was funny. I'm like, dude, that's gonna haunt you for the rest of your life. Oh man, whatever, they gotta catch me, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, and they did. And one day, you struck it rich, and that baby mama got their money. Ain't nobody mad because it didn't hurt nothing. He had so much money at that time, it didn't bother nothing. But a lot of guys ain't that lucky, man. You get 100 grand behind the child support, you get $150,000 settlement, or go to retire from your job, time to get cashed out, or they come to get their money. They come to get it. They don't give a damn. Kid can be grown. They come to get their money. Ask me how I know. Not me personally, but my partner, he was crying his ass off. He forgot all about the baby mama, the child support they had hanging over his ass. The kid was 30-something years old. He retired from his job, and when he got ready to get his retirement check, they hit him for, I think it was like 75 grand on 150.
Oh.
Then taxed him. Okay?
Oh.
He forgot all about it. They didn't. They didn't.
Man.
Kid was grown. So yeah, Doc, it don't go away. It don't go away. So
pay your goddamn child support. Gentlemen, please pay your child support. Pay your goddamn child support.
Now here's the cold part about it. They charge interest too. Mama don't get the interest. The mama don't get the interest.
Damn.
Okay.
Yo, do you want to answer this last question before we go?
Go for it.
They like to hit you with this every once in a while. Dalvin Knight says Lonzo, Dre, and Yella said you never paid them during World Class Wrecking Crew. Interesting.
You know what, Dalvin? This is one I've been going back and forth with God knows how long. Dalvin,
oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, we didn't make a lot of money as World Class Wrecking Crew. We might have been at one point in time we probably get about $4 or $5 grand a night at the most. Okay, by the time you take out managers and hotels or whatever case may be, everybody might have got $1 grand on the weekend and come back home. Okay, I have witnessed this too many times, and this is something with the way brothers spend money nowadays ain't nothing new. And this is the part cats don't understand. When I've always been a responsible cat with my money. I'm gonna tell you this is a true story. We got our CBS check. Before we got our CBS check, everybody had to have a new medallion. Everybody wanted new costumes. Everybody wanted a new medallion. And we had just signed a deal. They gave us like 10 grand to sign the deal. And they said, we're gonna pick y'all up in the first quarter of the year with the other 90 after you make the album. So when we did the album, they gave us the money. Everybody was entitled to $13,000. But they knew they had $13,000 coming. So they started borrowing money from me. 50, 100, 300, 400, whatever the case may be. And I'm keeping a record. In fact, that record, that book, that receipt book is in the, I sold a receipt book to a college, an archive college, a library, a hip hop library, because I didn't want anybody that book to disappear. And something happened to me. Nobody knows what this book represents. Okay. In this book, there's carbon copies of O'Shea Jackson, Andre Young, Antoine Carabee of borrowing money, and was a running tab of how much money they had borrowed from me. Of all the guys, Yella had borrowed. He got it wasn't even a borrow. He got the least advance. Okay, he might have been in me for $2,500. Shakespeare may have been $2,500. Dre was in me for like damn near $4 grand because Dre went through money like it was water. Okay, they had to have, and when we finally got the check, everybody said, "Hey man, just give me 5,000 and give me a check every week till this money run out." The day I gave them the 5,000 on a Monday, let's just say for time purposes, on Tuesday, my house looked like the 5 heartbeats when everybody pulled up in new cars. Y'all already had a Porsche. I'm sorry. Dre already had my RX-7. Yella bought a Porsche, and Shakespeare bought a 280ZX. Everybody got a sports car in front of my house. Okay, Yella already had a car. Shakespeare already had. Dre already had my RX-7. Yella and Shakespeare bought sports cars. In front of my house, I got a BMW. Dre got an RX-7. Yella got a 914 Porsche, and Shakespeare got a 280ZX. Okay, they paid cash for these cars. They didn't think about buying no credit. So now they broke again. Mm-hmm. Oh man, I bought me a car. I need some more money. Within 6 weeks, everybody was broke again. Lonzo, meanwhile, before Lonzo met Dre, Lonzo had a club. Lonzo had his own house paid for. Okay, Lonzo had credit. Lonzo had all kind of shit. So when Lonzo got his CBS money, Lonzo had a line of credit that allowed him to buy the house that I'm sitting in right now before I got my CBS check. And I understand how this looked at one point in time, because I am older than all these guys, okay? Yella and I are probably the closest one in age. But because now I moved from my house, my old house, to a new house, and I bought a BMW already. It looked like I made some serious come up, and I did, but I didn't. My cut on the CBS money was about 40 grand. Okay, we had a 60-40 deal. They got 45,000. We cut the album. I got the rest. Okay, I had to pay the lawyer. Blah 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 blah. This is business now. Do you understand that? We might want to end this conversation right now. Some things is deductible, and you got to get your money back home. So they got broke so fast, and it always looked like I had more money than they did, because I did. Because I had money before I met them. I ain't never been broke. So when people ask them for something, or Lonzo ain't paid me. Lonzo paid you. You blew your money. You spent your money someplace else. But I was a scapegoat. I was always a scapegoat. It wasn't that they never got paid. It's just they got paid. They got spent it so damn fast. Because at some point in time, this cat's still making this mistake today. They think that the shit ain't gonna never stop. People always think this shit's gonna last forever. It don't last forever. $200,000 chains. It don't last forever. Bentleys. It don't last forever. Ferraris. It don't last big ass houses. So while you getting it, you having a good time, and everybody understand. Everybody is Everybody, if I'm 28, everybody else's shit. Yella might be 24. Everybody else's Dre is a teen. Shakespeare might be 23, 24. So you give a 24-year-old person who would live with their mama $5,000 and $400 a week, and we ain't got no jobs. We ain't going nowhere. So they just burn through the money. So yeah, man, they're always gonna say that. They're always gonna say that. But I know different. And like I said, I had the book. I think it was the Columbia University. I saw that book too. It was a Columbia.
Oh, New York, right?
Yeah.
The hip hop, yeah.
Hip hop.
And NY Langune, or one of those, yeah.
I sold it. I keep forgetting the damn college name. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it was Columbia. But anyway, they came to me a couple years ago and asked me if there's anything I want to preserve. And that book was something I want to preserve, man, because it shows that I definitely paid these guys and they just got their money so fast and they nickel and dimed it away like so many people do. Just like lottery winners do. But I was the fall guy, you know. And when you move from one house to another, I've always been a well-dressed cat. I've always been Lonzo, okay? And oh man, Lonzo got that big old house. Y'all ain't got nothing. All you guys a BMW, all you guys a Porsche. Oh man, you getting screwed. No, man, Lonzo had a club before he met you niggas. Lonzo had 2 clubs. But by the time we got our CBS deal, I had 3 clubs. I had Dudos, even up to Dark Skate Land. I had all that before I was 30 years old. And I had excellent credit all before I was 30 years old. Didn't have my first house was paid for all before I was 30 years old. I didn't have no car note all before I was 30 years old. So, yeah. Believe what you want to believe. I was there.
Broke that shit down. That's my dog, man. That's my dog. And not to mention the money you spent to bail Dre out of jail. How many times?
Man, I got Dre out of jail. I got him out of jail twice. Okay. The third time, I say, man, you know what? I'm going to do like my daddy told me. My daddy said, boy, you're going to jail at some point in time. I really said, he said, yeah, this is California. You're going to go to jail. I'm going to come get you out 2 times. Third time, I'm going to let you sit there because either you ain't learned nothing or you must like it. And it's the same thing. Dre was getting tickets every week. And a lot of them tickets, the first time I got him out, we had something to do, and he had to pay me my money back. Now, if you were going and getting people out of jail and loaning money for hotels and got money to do that and they ain't getting your money back, that's on you. Okay, we cool, but bruh, it's 3 against 1. I'm going to go broke fast, quick, fast, and in a hurry. It's 3 against 1. And I'm already people at my house eating on a regular basis. Okay, they burn electricity, studio running. Dude, come on, man. I didn't have at that time. I wasn't married. A lot of the girls they over here with my house. Okay, so I didn't charge you for no shit like that. But I'm just saying, I did a lot for folks, but people only tell you the bad shit. People don't tell you the good shit.
See, this is hip hop, and this is why I'm staying overtime to actually ask you these questions. But real quick,
people don't tell you the good shit. Every time I bought an 8-piece of chicken, it was 2, 2, and 2. We had to. Sometimes we'd be so broke, we had to buy a pastrami sandwich, cut that motherfucker into 4 pieces.
Did you charge them for studio? Did you charge them for studio time to? Did you charge them to record like Boys in the Hood or anything like that?
I charged easy studio time. Yeah.
Okay.
He went on my label.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. But Dre and all that they got.
Okay.
I'm assuming Dre and them got special privileges and things like that.
Oh, no. Dre, come on, man. Dre gave away more studio time than I ever collected from him. He gave away more studio time. That's why everybody was here. Everybody was here because Dre was giving away studio time. I couldn't get no money out. Only person I can get money out of, and because I was understanding, easy. Dre went to jail, not me. Okay? When you push record, I need to get my money. Okay? And that's real talk, folks. That's real talk.
There it is, man. We went over time, but it was worth it.
You're going to hear all kinds of stories, man. Again, even then, I had people back then that fell out with me back then. The Uzi brothers fell out with me because they didn't understand the game. And they all came back, man, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay? Because understand this. I know we got to wrap up, but nobody taught us the game. We was blind as a motherfucker trying to figure our way through this shit. We didn't hear about publishing until we got to CBS. We didn't know nothing about writers till we got to CBS. But by that time, we was pretty much over with. Okay? When we got to CBS and left, we stayed together another year and it was done. Okay? So, I owned the label. Yes, I did. And when I sold records, I broke people off just like everybody else did. Just like I did at the club. We had a successful event. Here you go money. Here you go money. Here you go money. It wasn't broke down to no statement. It wasn't no statement, nigga. Here your 300. Here your 300. Whatever the case may be. Man. Do you realize wasn't no computers back then?
Exactly.
Wasn't no QuickBooks back then.
Paper, yeah.
Wasn't no QuickBooks. You know, people forget. We talk about the 80s, man. We're not talking about no. I remember the first time I even heard of a accounting program. It was called Peachtree, and you had to know fucking computer science to use the son of a bitch. Okay.
Damn.
So wasn't no QuickBooks. You know, you had to, if you want to do something, Makota didn't have no accounting system. He just gave us a check. Okay. It was like that, dude. And I took out my cut and I gave them their money. Okay. I'm the label. Now here's the part that may not feel right, but it was, hey, I'm the label owner and I get a fourth. I'm part of the growth. You might not like it, but that's business. Okay. Yes, I'm the label owner, but I'm also a member of the group. So I still get a cut of, I still get 1/4 of the overall money.
And Dalvin Knight, who is seeming to be a troll from some of the things he's posting, probably doesn't understand Business 101, probably never took a college course on Business 101. I'm just going to guess that, so that's probably why he doesn't. After Alonzo broke it down perfectly, he still doesn't understand it. Hey, but anyway, man, let's you can't help everybody, guys.
I can't fix stupid. I can't fix stupid.
All right, man, let's wrap it up. My wife is looking at me. She got dinner downstairs. Man, what's coming up on Thursday?
Much love, folks. All right, folks, we're about to hear about the rollout. Dusty, much love to you. See you next week.
Always.
All right, folks, from the West Coast to the East Coast and everything between, folks. Thank y'all for watching the show tonight. I appreciate it. Hope you learned something. Hope you learned something from a historical standpoint and from a personal standpoint. In the meantime, folks, this is Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast hip hop. We out of here, and I'll see y'all Thursday. Come on back, holler with me. I got the background singers of West Coast hip hop and more coming with me. Tracy, Mona Lisa, and some other young ladies. It's gonna be an interesting show. The damn show will be cute. Anyway, folks, I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.